play a game, Cohnan? Cohnan. Oh, I'm just testing you, Cohnan. I'm just testing you. Cohnan. Come on, move. Cohnan, you're supposed to come back. I'm gonna throw it, and you're gonna give it back to me, okay? Okay? Give it back to me. Give it back to me. Cohnan, give it back to me. Ruru, give it to me. Okay, let's play again. She just runs away with it. It's not part of the game, Cohnan. That failed.
Nightmares creep while you and me repeat. This bittersweet heat is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my heart afire.
Okay guys, so it's Wednesday night. I'm gonna go to bed right now and I'm gonna hit a workout tomorrow morning. Good night.
Set my heart afire.
Alright, so how did I gain 15 pounds of muscle in just 5 months? A couple months ago, I decided to go on a proper bulk, which means that I'm actually properly tracking my macros, my calories, eating in a caloric surplus, and training hard. So I've been doing this for the past 5 months, and I've seen huge results. And now in today's video, I want to share with you guys my 3 biggest tips that I used to gain 15 pounds. Now before I begin, obviously those 15 pounds were not all muscle. Some of it was obviously fat. Without any further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so my first and biggest tip for you guys is to use progressive overload. And now essentially what that means is that you're doing more than you did last week. And now that can be in a number of things. So that could be either adding more weight, doing more sets. So for example, if you do 3 sets, try and do 4 sets, increasing your reps. So from maybe doing 8 reps to 9 reps to 10 reps to 11, etc, etc. Or even decreasing your rest time. So if I were to rest for only 3 minutes, then maybe next week I'll rest for 2 minutes. Just small little things like that can really add up in the long term. So using progressive overload was one of the biggest things that has really helped me to really get stronger, get bigger, and gain more size. Now, as you can see here, this was filmed last August. And so you can really see I had striations all over. I looked extremely lean, and honestly I look pretty skinny as well. But obviously I've gained 15 pounds, and obviously you can tell that I'm looking a bit more fluffier, kind of more puffier. You don't see all these veins everywhere, but it's all part of the game. You will obviously add more fat as you gain more muscle. And now you should consider as well, if you're completely new to the gym, you've never touched a weight before, you can gain muscle extremely fast. You can literally look at a weight, just look at it, and you can gain muscle. Okay, maybe not literally, but you know what I mean. It's you can do a single, just one exercise, bicep curls, and your biceps will actually grow because your body's not used to the stimulus and to the stress where it basically it has to grow because it's not used to it. However, if you're more advanced, gaining weight and gaining muscle is a lot harder. So yeah, biggest thing guys is to use progressive overload. And so here you can see an example of my bench press. I guess this was around August time. I put 155 pounds on the bar, and then next week you can see I added 2.5 pounds to the bar, so 160 pounds. I did that for the same 3 sets of 5 reps. And then I kept on doing it. And then the next week I added another 2.5 pounds on each side, 165 pounds, did the exact same thing, 3 sets of 5 reps. And so it was a pretty linear progression. But now obviously you'll start hitting plateaus, and then once you hit plateaus, you gotta switch things up. You gotta either slow down your rate of progress, or you gotta maybe just do more sets. So if I did 3 sets of 5, maybe do 4 sets of 5, and 5 sets of 5. And then hopefully after those 5 sets, you'll be able to increase the weight or increase the reps. So maybe do 5 sets of 6, 5 sets of 7, 5 sets of 8. And then once you've reached that point, you can add more weight to the bar and then decrease your reps and sets again. So start back at doing 3 sets of 5, and 3 sets of 6, 3 sets of 7, 4 sets of 7, 5 sets of 7. So that's kind of what I've done for the past couple of months to really not only increase my bench press, but my squat and deadlift as well. And so that's the biggest tip, using progressive overload. Alright guys, currently sitting outside. Quickly want to give you guys my second tip, and that is to eat in a caloric surplus. Now, in order to do this, you really need to be able to track your calories and macros, because if you don't know how many calories food has, how are you supposed to know how many calories you eat per day? My biggest thing is to firstly find your maintenance calories, so that is how many calories you need just to maintain your body weight. And so if that happens to be 3,000 calories, what I do is I'll add 100 to 200 more calories to that, and so that will be 31 or 3,200 calories. And now obviously you don't want to jump from just your maintenance calories, 3,000 calories, to straight to 4,000 calories, because most likely all those extra calories will probably turn into fat and not muscle. This is a really slow and gradual process. You don't want to rush into things. Firstly, you want to kind of ease yourself into it. So firstly, start by maybe adding 100 more calories into your maintenance calories, then 200. And then what I like to do is once I plateau, so once I see my weight starting to plateau or even go down, I'll add more calories. So for example, if I'm eating 3,200 calories, I'm progressing well, I'm adding about a pound of weight per week, and then after maybe a couple of weeks my weight starts to plateau or even decrease, I'll add another 100 more calories into my diet. So from 3,100 to 3,200 to 3,300, 3,400, 3,500, which is where I'm currently sitting at. I'm currently eating about 3,500 calories. My progress has gone pretty well, and so maybe next couple of weeks I'll probably be adding another 100 more calories to my diet, so 3,600 calories. So that's basically it. Start off slow and then ease your way into it. You don't want to rush into things, because most likely all those extra calories will be stored as belly fat and not into muscle. And also, if you're a beginner, guys, you can probably get away by not eating as much food, because as I said again, your body's not used to the stimulus. Your body's not used to doing bicep curls, so just by simply doing bicep curls, your body will grow. But as you get more advanced, you really gotta make sure you eat enough food, and that's my second biggest tip. However, again, if you're more advanced, gaining muscle is going to be a lot harder. So really keep that in mind. If you've already been training for a couple of years, the rate of progress is really going to slow down. So my biggest tip for you guys, especially if you're a beginner, take advantage of it. You'll see the best results in your first 1 to 2 years of training. So really take advantage of it. Eat in a surplus and train hard. And if you guys want to see exactly what my diet looks like, I've made plenty of videos on my YouTube channel, so I'll link them up here for you guys to check out. And now mainly, I'm a big believer in eating to perform, so I don't like to eat a bunch of junk food. Even though they are high in calories, I do like to stick to eating whole natural foods as much as I possibly can. So I'm not out there eating donuts, burgers, etc., just because I'm bulking. I really don't see that as a good excuse. Regardless of your goals, you should be eating healthy no matter what, because at the end of the day, you also want to feel good on the inside and not just look good on the outside, if that makes sense. Alright, and now my third and final tip for you guys is to actually, and you might be surprised, but it's to, oh, so stupid. Anyway, my third and final tip for you guys is to actually sleep more. A lot of studies have shown that more sleep increases muscle growth. So while you sleep, your muscles actually grow. It's super important for recovery, and it's just really good to feel energized and rejuvenated the next day so you can crush your workout. So not only does it help you recover, it helps you feel more refreshed and energized for your next workouts. So definitely I would recommend getting at least 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. And now I don't have any big tips on sleeping. I'm not naturally a big sleeper, but what I have learned is that finding a really good sleeping schedule and like sticking to that. So for example, going to bed at 10 p.m. every day and then waking up at 6 or 7 a.m. every morning. Kind of getting your body used to that rhythm and schedule will really help you create that sleeping pattern and schedule. So it's not ideal to like go to bed super late one day at like 1 a.m. and then the next day go to bed at 10 p.m. You're kind of confusing your body of what it's supposed to do. And also waking up at the same time every single morning is also super important. So try to find a sleeping schedule that you can stick to and just stick with that as consistently as you can. So if you are training properly by using progressive overload, eating properly by eating in a caloric surplus, and sleeping well so you can recover and feel refreshed and rejuvenated for your next workouts. Those are the 3 biggest tips I have for you guys, and I've been doing them consistently for these past 5 months, and I've seen massive results. So those are my 3 biggest tips. So I sincerely hope you guys learned something in today's video, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please can you smash the thumbs up button, subscribe to my channel if you're new, and make sure you hit that bell to get notified whenever I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.
Creep while you and me repeat this bittersweet heat. is suffocating. I'm waiting and always hesitating. Kryptonite desires set my